Let's also look at other example under the calculation of relative molecular mass. Let's look at this example. Calculate the relative molecular mass. Relative molecular mass of HCO3. CaHCO3, calcium hydrogen trioxocarbonate 4. Calcium hydrogen trioxocarbonate 4. So the first thing is you need to get your relative atomic mass of each or can call it mass number of each element. So calcium is 40, hydrogen 1, carbon 12, oxygen 16. Oxygen is 16. So let's see. You have CaHCO3 to get relative atomic mass. So calcium here you are going to have 40 plus, because you have 2 here, you can pull the 2 outside like this. Hydrogen is 1, the carbon is 12, plus oxygen is 3 atoms of oxygen, going to be 16 times 3. Why the 2 you have outside here is meant for everything inside the bracket. That is why I'm putting the 2 outside like this. And the rest that are inside bracket, then you have 40 plus 2 into 1 plus 12. 16 times 3 is 48. And then when you add that, you have 40 plus 2 into 12 plus 48, that is 60, plus 1, that is 61. Then it will be 40 plus 2 times 61, that is 122. 122. Then you add 40 to 122, you have 162 grams per mole. So I believe with this, should be able to calculate any molecular mass of a compound or substance given to you. If you are given any compound, you substitute each atomic mass, and don't forget the number of atoms attached to it. So look how many atoms there, they multiply by that number, and you add everything together, you get your relative molecular mass. Okay, let's move to the next one, which is symbol. Symbol formula. Formulae and equations. Symbols, formulae and equation. When we are talking about symbol generally is what the letter we use to represent element. So the letter we do use to represent element in a periodic table. You know, a periodic table is a kind of table where what elements are being arranged periodically based on what? Their atomic number. Based on their atomic number. For example, now you can see in a periodic table you have group, you have, when you say group, that's vertical column, and you have horizontal one called period. You have period. Elements are being grouped, ranging from group 1, group 2, in between group 2 and next one we have some elements here called transition. Then you have here group 3, you have group 4, 5, 6, like that. So how those elements are being arranged in a group. So you make use of their symbol. For example, now you want to put elements in group 1 now. Okay, you can say group 1 here you have lithium. Then you have sodium, you have potassium. You can say your group 2, you have your beryllium, you have your magnesium, you have your calcium. You notice that as I'm calling their name, there's an element you see. The mix of 2 letters, some 1 letter, like now, nitrogen. Like group 5 now, you can see in group 5 you have your nitrogen, group 5. You have phosphorus in group 5 too. So you can see some they are single element. So that's what we have it. So some elements are being represented by using of their first letter, maybe the second letter. So mostly when you are representing in the symbol, the first letter is always capital letter. You should not forget that. Second letter can be the second letter of the element, or can be another letter. But that one will be what? In small letter. And that is how what? Symbols are being represented. What? The symbol of an element can be represented. So we can say that in a modern periodic table, in a modern periodic table, elements can be represented by the letter. By this one can work. Element can be represented by the use of the letter. By the use of the letter. By the use of the letter. So let us now quickly you make this one. Let's look at first 20 elements. Let's use 20 elements as a sample. Let's see how the elements and the symbol they use for the first 20 elements. So we have to see some they make use of their first letter, some they make use of their only one single letter, while some the first letter and the next letter. Let's look at the symbol of first 20 elements in tabular form. Elements. Let's look at their symbol. So I first start from hydrogen, which happens to be the first element in the periodic table. Hydrogen. 1, hydrogen. The symbol is H. 2, helium. You can see He. We pick the first letter, second letter we use a small letter, and the 3 we have lithium, Li. 4, beryllium. Which is Be. 5, we have boron. Boron is B. 6, we have carbon. Carbon is C. And 7, we have nitrogen. Nitrogen is N, after N. And we have oxygen. Oxygen, we have letter O. We have neon. Sorry, fluorine. Fluorine is F, followed by neon, which is Ne, followed by sodium. If you look at sodium, you will start maybe to write X. So for sodium, we don't use X. So its own is Na. Why you not wondering how come we are writing Na? So there are some elements that they use they form their symbol with what from their Latin name. So symbol name of a sodium the Latin name of sodium is natrium. So Its own symbol being formed from their Latin name. So that's why it's having N. No, I don't see S. So another one here is magnesium. Magnesium. Magnesium is Mg. 13. Aluminium is Al. 14 followed by silicon. Silicon is Si. Okay, let's continue here. So we can have you're having elements and a symbol. So after silicon, the next one is phosphorus. Phosphorus is capital T, P. The other one is sulfur. Sulfur is X. 17. Chlorine. Chlorine is capital letter C and small letter L. Cl. Capital letter C and small letter L. 18. We have argon. Argon is capital letter A and small letter R. You can see. So we have the first letter is always capital letter and followed by small letter, and the 19 is a potassium. Potassium. You look at potassium just like a sodium. So we are not writing P. So its own is K. K is also from Latin name called Kalium. Kalium. So from Kalium we use the first letter of Kalium, which is what we use to represent that. Just like what you have in sodium here, which is natrium. Natrium. There are some elements, they form them with what Latin name. Okay, while lastly the last one is what? Calcium. Calcium. We take first letter, capital letter C and small letter A. So these are the what? Are the elements and the symbol of phos 20